Hi everyone, I am back with another fresh review of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. It was another jam-packed 2-hour episode. It was a lot of fun, so let's get started without wasting any time. As usual, this review will be longer than usual, so I apologize, but I hope you enjoy it, and it will be full of spoilers because that's the only way you can really talk about the show. Okay, so let's start with Debbie and Osama this time. Okay. Now, Osama, we saw last time that Osama was being a jackass to Debbie, and you know how he is, and Debbie saw him for who he was, which is fantastic. She left and got into the hotel, so I was very curious to see what was going to happen this week with them. So Osama talks to his sister, and he's trying to like be all nice about it and explains that he made a mistake there. But after the conversation, I still felt like that he was still there for the green card. Like, really, it didn't mean more than that. There's no love there. I don't see it at least. So he's gonna apologize to her, and he goes to her, tries to apologize, but she just shuts him off. I loved it. Debbie she stole the show there. Like she nailed it because she told him what exactly he was and how she was not gonna put up with it. And I give kudos to Debbie for getting up and leaving. And she's going back to US. She's not gonna stay in Morocco anymore. Good for her. I loved it. I felt even though thought that maybe she's being stupid, being that old and still not able to see the person for who he was, but that's not always our fault, Debbie. It happens sometimes. You meet the wrong people and you don't know who they are until the relationship gets a little bit further. So it's okay. You know what? You're way wiser than most, especially in the show. You got up and you left. You did not put up with his shit. You left and you were like, I am done. You didn't linger on like so many others. Getting to that, Nicole and Mahmoud. There was nothing about them. Their marriage is lingering. That's why I brought that up. But there was nothing about them in the show, so we were not going to talk about them. Gabe and Isabel, there was not a lot about it, and it was kind of like bits and pieces here and there. They're getting ready for the wedding. Gabe finds out that Monica is not coming. When I saw that they had some kind of an argument, and now she's not coming to the wedding. Okay, Monica, you are a witch. I'm sorry, but you just are. This is not about you, not your relationship with your brother. This is about Gabe and Isabel. You're there for their wedding. Attend the goddamn thing. And if you can't attend it, then it's on Gabe to focus on the right things. It's understandably okay to be upset. But he sat there, not telling Isabel what's going on. She's doing everything there. 19 minutes before the wedding, Isabel's like, Gabe's not here. I'm so upset. And then the camera goes to showing him laying in bed, not even dressed. Come on, Gabe. You need to stand up. This is your big day. Forget about Monica for a few hours. Focus on your fiance who's about to become your wife. It's your big day. I felt really bad for that because Gabe needs to be a little bit more mature than that, I feel. I think he hasn't maturity to get to yet, but hopefully he'll get there. I loved Isabel's dad and mom, how they're helping with the wedding and how his her dad says such beautiful things to them about supporting them in the wedding and thereafter. Oh, he stole my heart there. Such a sweet, sweet guy. Loved it. Isabel's dad, like such a surprise. Amazing, amazing guy. Getting to the next one, Jen and Rishi. So Jen had no idea what she was dealing with, and Rishi, when he meets Jen, is hugging her for life. It felt like that the hug kind of lingered on a little bit, but we knew why because Jen did not know what she was dealing with yet. She thought she was, but there was a surprise coming her way, and then finally, after the whole joint family drama, he talks about, and then he already knows she's never gonna do that. Come on. And then finally, he tells her what the breaking point was. It was the age factor. Good for Jen for standing up for that and saying, okay, this is over. I can't do this anymore. I don't blame her for that. After waiting for 3 years, this is what it's going to come down to. But Jen, you need to do your research. You need to figure out the Indian culture. You, not looking at Jenny and Sumit even. Just do your own research. They are big on their family and they are not going to give up their families. Very rare. does there's a summit in an Indian country where they will leave their family for a potential partner. It's a very rare thing. It happens, but not that often, especially in some of those rural areas where Rishi especially lives. Not gonna happen. So it was doomed for fail. We don't know if it's failed yet or not, but um, this ending of this relationship, I saw it coming a mile. So I felt like Rishi was being naive or acting naive that, oh, I'm so disappointed. I thought it would be okay or I can fight for it. No, we knew you were not going to. At least I did. So good for Jen for standing up for herself. She did stay on for a little bit longer than she should, but let's see what happens next. We don't know. It'll be very, very interesting. Danielle and Johan. Okay, I was very surprised by Johan reaching out to the friend and apologizing for what he did last time. Good for him. That was a nice thing to do. I do think Danielle and Johan are not meant for each other. They're just not. I don't just feel that because they're just so different people. Johan wants an obedient wife, and Daniel's never going to be that. So, and they have this gigantic egos, and all they do is fight. I don't even know why they're together. And then when when Daniel calls Johan immature, it was like pot calling the kettle black. I was like, come on, you're both immature. So let's see what happens with them next in the tell-all. Last but not the least, Chris and Jamie. Now that was pretty intense. It started off pretty good. They are meeting after 5 months where Chris had to stay for her son. Who knows if she's lying or not because we know Chris blames everything to Jamie for whatever happened, so we know that's gonna happen. The starting is good. They're having fun doing their onesie dances and all that, blah blah blah. And then the nice surprise Chris has for Jamie, but then all hell breaks loose, and then again they're fighting. Um, the one thing that Jamie needs to understand on her own is that never rely on anybody else for financial reasons, ever. Even if you're married, never ever do that. Like if you're married for like 5 to 10 years, then yes, of course, you can not rely, but you can share your life together, and you can decide together what you want to do. You've been together a long time, then it makes sense to make such kind of decisions. But when you're new married and you're meeting for the first time, never give up your job. So that's on you, Jamie, for doing that. But you made a mistake. We're human. That's understandable. But Chris, I've noticed she never wants to listen to anything. Every time there's a fight, she starts just like doing these stupid things, and she either walks away or she bolts. Actually, she does bolt. I just remember that she bolted couple episodes ago too. So Chris, and now we know in the tell-all because it showed us a preview that Chris is gonna blame Jamie for being the playing the victim. But Chris, Jamie's not playing the victim. She's been realistic, actually. I'm more on Jamie's side than Chris for sure. So, very, very interesting episode. Another fun, filling episode. If you're not on Twitter, please go on Twitter. There's always 90 Day Fiance people live tweeting at the same time, including myself. My handle is Filmy, Filmy, if you want to ever say hi to me. And please like, share, and subscribe my channel. I hope you enjoy these videos. I enjoy making them, and I hope you like them. And please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.